So for the past year I've been working on this 2D sandbox multiplayer game. It started out as a small side project but then ended up turning into a full sandbox survival game. I'm using the Unity game engine with C#. Originally the game was single player only, but after smashing my head against the wall I managed to make the game multiplayer. The game data was too large just to be easily sent over to the clients. The first issue of making a multiplayer game was sending data from the server to the client. You might think this would be a simple task, get save data and send it over as a variable to the client when they join. No, nothing could be that simple when making games. At first I tried to increase the max file size that can be sent from the server, but I still couldn't enforce it to allow any bigger data transfers to what I needed. Though the save data sizes are pretty small, apparently 30 megabytes of data is just too much to be sent over the network at once, and since I didn't want to rewrite my saving system or touch any of the pre-existing scripts to my best of my ability, when I added multiplayer support I just made one massive script that handles all the network data transfers between the client and the server. So I used my last 5 brain cells to find out a way to deconstruct the game data, send it by packages, and then reconstruct it on the client side, so when the client gets the data they can put it back together and load up the game data. Once I was able to figure out how to do this, I managed to be able to send all the rest of the data over to the clients without having any issues with syncing up. Deciding to make a basically Terraria clone into multiplayer with no multiplayer knowledge was probably the dumbest way I could have ever gotten into making multiplayer games. And I'm also surprised it only took me a month of whacking lines of code together to make everything work. So far, I haven't found any issues with the code and it seems to just work at the moment. So hopefully, knocking on wood, it will stay like that. If you want to check out the alpha builds of the game, it's available on itch.io in the description of this video. Though the game isn't anywhere near being finished at the moment, this was a major stepping stone to getting there.